Nusach Broch Revius Adinel. The fourth Broch, Boicha Sifim. Broch Revius, Pesach is Baruch, She'enek is Smuch L'Chaverte. The fourth Broch starts with Baruch. Even though usually Brochas go like a choo-choo train, you have the engine, and that has a Baruch Atah Hashem Elokeinu Melech Haolam, and the second and third, the next Brochas, they don't have a Baruch Atah Hashem Elokeinu Melech Haolam. Just like it is by benching, the second Baruch is Noida, and the third is Rachem, and the same thing as Birchas Krishma in the morning. But the fourth Baruch is a separate cheshbon. Birchas Hamazon Al-Achkach Netoispa was only added much later. When the people of Beitar were killed, the king didn't allow they should be buried. For 7 years their bodies were there without burial. And the Gemara says that they used the blood, the Goyim used it as fertilizer. Yeah. It was a big bizayin. So later it was a big simcha that they could be buried. So Tikna Bircha Zateva Meitiv. They made a bracha Vateva Meitiv. Vatev Shalei Yisrich Vametiv Shnei Alakpura.
What does that have to do with Birchas Hamazon?
Oh, why does it do with Birchas Hamazon? Kavor Birchas Hamazon shekula heidah. Because in general it has a shaykh to Birchas Hamazon because Birchas Hamazon is heidah to the Eibishter. And specifically Samchu Eitzel Ben Yerushalayim Lefi Shekshnecher Vabeiter Nigdo Keren Yisrael Ve'ein Asida Lachzer Ad Sheyove Ben David. That's what Chazal say. That's Yerushalmi. That the Yidden had a lot of pride. They were very proud. And then the pride of the Yidden were crushed. And when is it going to come back? When David the Melech will come.
Beitar will come back.
Yeah. We have today Baruch Hashem Yidden that live in Eretz Yisrael. Apparently there's no
Beitar.
Yeah. We don't know if it's within a few months. Yeah.
But a lot of
area.
Yeah. But they don't know where Beitar is. It was destroyed. It didn't leave a stone to stone.
Beitar Elite. They have two Beitar. Beitar and Beitar Elite.
No, it's called, no, there's Beitar, it's called Beitar Elite, and it's Aleph and Bet.
Yeah, what's
But
different? Let them leave
Yeah.
Israel.
but that's
That's
not
good.
necessarily the Beitar that
But
was
the Keren, the pride of Yidden only comes back when Mashiach comes. Tzarech Lomer Gimel Malchus. It has to be 3 times Malchus. Has to be 3 times the Eibishter's kingdom mentioned here. Shleiska b'Malchus. In the previous bracha they didn't mention Malchus. Even though in the first bracha it says Baruch Tashem Elokeinu Melech Haolam has Malchus. Makom Shleiska Malchus by David ben Yerushalayim and the Recheret Shleiaska Gam Malchus Shemayim. We mentioned the kingdom of David the Melech. We have to mention the Eibishter's kingdom. El Shleiaska Shleiaska Malchus Shemayim. It's a Malchus by David. They didn't want to mention it in the same breath. Because Chaz v'Shalom, we shouldn't look as if it's compared. Lokach tiknu lahaska keneg the Malchus bateva meitiv. Agav shetiknu Malchus keneg the Ben Yerushalayim tiknu gam ken keneg the Birchas Haaretz. So you're already going to say Malchus in the fourth bracha. For the third, you'll say also for the second. Ve'elohin gimel Malchus. We say Melech Haolam Avinu Malkeinu Melech Hatoiv. The Medrash Amar, the Medrash says tzarech lemar gimel Hatoivas gimel Gemulas. There has to be 3, 3, and 3. 3 Melech, 3 Toiv, and 3 Gemulas. Ve'elahin Gimel HaToivus. Number 1 is HaToiv. Number 2 is HaMeitiv. And number 3 is HaToiv, HaMeitiv, Yetiv Lanu. Gimel. Shem Nachshavas Ka'achas. Zel Minig Oilam. V'yesher Energim Loimar. There is a minig, which is our minig also, which we say, Hu Heitiv Lanu, Meitiv Lanu, Yetiv Lanu. Keder Hashem, Shalosh HaGemulas. Hu Gamalanu, Gamalenu, Yigmalenu.
So those are the 3 times. 3 times 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be about.
And then also in the Harachimans we have this idea of 3. Bakel, Mikkel, Curl. We spoke about it. The Rebbe had made a big deal about this in the year Topshin and Beis. Shnas, Neflos, Bakoil. Bakel, Mikkel, Curl.
This is why we have Chazaka.
Yeah.
3 times Chazaka. Maybe from here.
Yeah. Even though it's a long bracha, usually long brachas finish with a baruch. Short brachas start with a baruch. Long brachas start with a baruch and also finish. And over here is different. The Chetchila was supposed to be a short bracha. And that's just like every Hatoiv HaMeitiv. When you drink wine or 2 people share a good thing, That's what the fourth bracha mention was supposed to look like. Later, they added more things, so therefore they left it as if it's a short bracha. Right. There's a rocha and a bracha kitzara. Ein loymar el shebachol yom v'yayim ela el bachol yom. V'yoyis noch shalom klal melas kel. Shaliu kvar omer a kel avinu. Because we start off, we say right in the beginning, we say Baruch Ata Hashem Elokeinu Melech Haolam Kel Avinu Malkeinu Adirenu Berinu Galenu Kedeshenu Kedesh Yaakov Reinu Yisrael Melech Hatov Ameitav Lakol B'chol Yom V'Yom. So you don't have to say Hamelech Hakel Hatov Ameitav. We already said Hakel in the beginning. So therefore we don't say Hakel, we just say Hakel in the beginning. If there's a guy in the house, it happens sometimes that especially if you invite Rachmana litzlan, there's Yidden that the spouses are goyim. If you have them over for a Shabbos meal, you have to add 2 words in the brocha v'atoy v'ameitiv. In the Alter Rebbe Siddur, it's here. It's in small. It's in brackets. Yeah, it's in small. But you have to say it when a guy is there.
Today it's very common. It could be a helper.
Right. It could be a helper. That's exactly.
What is
Here.
Neighbors.
Here.
Oh, B'nai Bris.
Here. As I said it for you.
Wow, I never said that.
I said it for you.
I saw it, I never knew it, yeah.
Sorry, missing one syllable.
No problem.
Yeah, no,
It's
by
not
heart.
very, why that? Unreal.
So
Where is the...
look at the
By then.
yeah, by the end.
The last line.
Right,
Right before Bima...
The
no, before that.
right before Mimonim.
Right before Bima. The neighbors, you see? The Besugrayim.
I never knew that. I learned something already today.
Ken.
There's so many going
So why should we make a bracha? Why should we make a bracha on the
Because we
goy?
say that Kamosha Berachas Avesena, Abraham, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov, Bakol, Mikol, Kol, Kain, Yevorach, Chesonu. So the din is Loite Chonim. You're not allowed to give a bracha to a goy. You're not allowed to give anything free to a goy. You have to realize when you give a goy a tip, or when you want to make a Kiddush Hashem, it's something else. If you want to make a Kiddush Hashem, that's very important to make a Kiddush Hashem when we live among goyim. If you want to give someone a tip, this just for no reason, just not to make a Kiddush Hashem, for no reason. When you bench, if you conclude the guy from the benching, he doesn't know any difference. It doesn't give him any joy, any pleasure. So you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do that. Therefore,
He
If
said
you got
the
to your
name
table
Bris.
already, so probably you want to be your or something. If he came already for Shabbat table, it's a reason why he came there. Low,
Maybe-
right? Maybe it's
You're not
a
a
helper,
Baba,
maybe
so
it's a cleaning lady.
Yeah.
and
No.
So many
maybe, and may,
So many
You
people,
don't know, but you don't know, but this is a cleaning lady, even a
especially
cleaning
the
lady.
Babish, they makarov a lot of people. A lot of people, like, the woman comes, she's Jewish, but her husband isn't. So she shouldn't come. So she brings her husband, okay, and you try to be makarov these people, or just vice versa. You understand?
If they understand, say, oh,
The guy won't understand what
the
she's
neighbor,
saying.
no.
I mean, there's a
The
lot of,
question
you
is
know.
another question, what do they call Bnei Bris? What makes them call
I was in a
Bnei Bris?
Chabad-
no, they're not Bnei Bris. We're saying
Didn't come,
only
yeah.
the Bnei Bris are part of the bracha.
Oh,
Sheesh Nachri B'Bayis Nagel Lem Kolonu Yachib Bnei Bris Lohitzia Nachri Mechlal HaBracha. Sha'osa L'Barach HaNachri Hashem B'Loi Techonim. You're not even say how nice a guy is. Not allowed to. V'Yos Nachri Lem Bnei Bris Kolonu Yachib. Before you even say the bracha, you say right away the words Bnei Bris. Shaloi B'Chlal HaBracha Afila Regek Shem Kolonu Yachib Keren Shemtzayim Bnei Bris. Meshenkim Noshem Avodim Hein Bnei Bris. Every Yid went into the bris with the Eibush, even if they don't have physically a bris. The Alter Rebbe holds even a mummer. Shafa b'shachot Yisrael hu v'chink shemummer v'bayis ein loimer kolon yachib b'nei bris k'litzim machlal bracha. Should never take out the mummer because Shafa b'shachot Yisrael hu. So all Yidden are part of the bracha. Every single Yid is part of the bracha. You remember Mr. Beckman? It's about Tshuva. He became a Baal Tshuva. He wasn't a young man. He was wealthy.
86 pounds.
Huh?
86 pounds.
He was a wealthy man. He was a wealthy man. He had a very successful business. He lived in Vermont. And
Backman.
Agid, he has choshev kinder in Eneklach. And there's the guy that is a doctor. He davens in Rabbi Khan Shul. He became a Baal Tshuva through this person.
Backman?
Alanov became a Baal Tshuva from Mr. Backman.
Wow.
So Mr. Backman, my father-in-law was Makarim to Yiddishkeit. At that time, he was an angelic person. He was very special. Couldn't kill a fly. He was married to a non-Jew, and he married her before he knew anything about Torah mitzvahs. So he felt it wasn't right to divorce her, and they had a very good marriage. So Rosalind Ton.
There were the kids?
He was born a Jew? Or he
No, she was born a shiksta. He was a yid, a kosher yid. She was a kosher goy.
He never wound up divorcing her?
He didn't. No, listen to the story. So the Rebbe said, Michidus, that no one should know this, but they should approach her in the supermarket without his knowing, and they should suggest that maybe she would like to convert to Judaism. I couldn't believe that Rebbe would say such a thing. To go ask someone, you want to convert? Versteht's didn't ask any questions. The Rebbe said to do it. They approached her. It wasn't my father-in-law. Someone else that drove up to Vermont. Kilo bumped into her in the superstore, in the supermarket. And how are you? They know each other. They knew each other. So maybe your husband's starting to get involved. Yiddishkeit, why don't you convert to Judaism? Oh, she was polite. She was fine. She didn't say anything. As soon as she got home, Mr. Backman got a call from his wife. He was on a business trip. She wants a divorce.
Wow.
Take it from me, yeah.
She wants
to get divorced.
That was the Corona because he
That was it. He couldn't do it. The Rebbe did it for him.
But why Dafka in the supermarket?
The Rebbe knew what he was doing. The Rebbe knew what he was doing.
Maybe it should be like he knew about it or something.
Yeah.
That prepared or something like that.
Yeah.
Spontaneously. That's
Yeah.
it.
Who's your father-in-law?
Were you married to a Jew?
Yeah, he has kids. They're rabbonim and shluchim.
Really?
Very,
Wow.
And he passed away very old. He was in his high 90s. He passed away 2 years ago, last
He
year.
married again after.
He remarried, and he had a family, beautiful family. As I said, he made himself many Balei Tshuva.
Wow.
Dr. Olanov is a Baal Tshuva from him, from Mr. Backman.
I know somebody like that, similar, that became a Baal Tshuva. He had a shiksa for a wife with 2 children yet. And I know, I worked with him. Now, she died. Avi Weiss was supposed to convert her, whatever. Now he's in Buffalo.
He's
And
from?
He's Lubavitcher.
Yeah?
Yeah. He remarried also. But he doesn't have children with this one yet. I don't know, maybe he will. He's not young, but he's not old either. He became, I spoke to him about the voice, my beard is longer than yours.
He measured it.
Well, he knows me with a beard, and he didn't have a beard when I worked with him, but he wore a yarmulke. He remembered the shit that he had.
So now, as I said, it's a common thing, and like the Kohen says, you have a worker, a goy, sometimes you mekarev. So then you have to add
Those words.
Bakel Nikol Kol Ken Yivorach Esanu Bnei Bris. All the Yidden are Bnei Bris, women, children, even a Yid that Chaz v'Sholom Shechoto Yisrael. Every Yid is Bnei Bris, but the goyim are not part of the bracha.
Because over here the difference. Goyim are not, but Mummer is still a Yid.
Right. The
Mummer
Mummer is still a Yid.
So that's the Kiddush.
Right.
Even though he's a Mummer, but he's a Yid.
Right. Bichas Amos and Balabais Messiah v'Noimer Omen she'en yachol ligzer Omer v'Imru Omen You can't say v'imru amim shenke b'birchas oise shalom emreim v'shevach shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu v'chol Yisrael mitzuvim omer v'imru amim. Sometimes you say v'imru amim, sometimes v'noimer amim. For example, in the benching we say oise shalom emreim v'yatzram l'ein HaKadosh Yisrael v'imru amim. Sometimes we say v'noimer amim. So
Yeah, Lubavitch says a lot of words differently.
sometimes, so
Like
when is it,
neighbor,
when we say oise
rabbi.
shalom, it's a shevach to the Eibishter. So a shevach to the Eibishter command, v'imru amim, everyone must say amim. But if you're giving a bracha to Yidden, so then v'kol ha'mavorechas Yisrael mitzvah lanas acharim amim, v'lechin yesh lanas amim achar harachman. So there is, when you give a bracha to Eibishter, you say v'imru amim. You're obligated. We gave a bracha for the Eibishter.
Imru, it's mean now.
You must, yeah.
Noimar is
The
later.
Noimar, let's say, but it's a mitzvah. The Rebbe writes to him. It's a pella that it's a din mefurish in Shulchan Aruch that it's a kol mavarech es Yisrael mitzvah lanas achar levamin. It's a poshet din in Shulchan Aruch, and no one argues it as din, and yet he's never seen that people should do it by benching, for
The
example.
Svardim do after
Yeah, but
each
Rachman,
Rachman, they say
They
Amen.
say amen.
Every
Yeah,
Rachman.
not only
Right.
Svardim, Nusach Svardim, Ashkenaz does.
Yeah, and the real Ashton look factors don't even say a Rachman.
But there shouldn't be a difference between Ashkenaz and the
Why?
Sfardim. So the Sfardim
They
are doing it
should.
the right way.
But do it
Because-
in Shulchan
A
Aruch.
lot of Nusach Ashkenaz people say Domin after each other.
Yeah, they also. Yeah,
No, but
that's
there's
sin.
don't even say the Rachman.
Only in Chaim.
Only Chaibel. What's the difference?
Now another interesting shayla the Rebbe says
Right,
that the
right.
bracha finishes by la'olam al yechasreinu,
Yeah, oh, that's
and it's not our minhag to say amen there. And the Rebbe Rashabi, even there was someone that came to his house, and after he used to always, he was a guest, always after Achasem he say amen. The Rebbe Rashabi used to smile, but he didn't say amen. Why? So the Rebbe says bepashtus because all the harachmans are really a connection and a hemshech to the bracha v'tova meitiv, and at the end we say v'nirmar amen.
So that goes in
So
it.
that amen goes in everything.
Put down the kois by Yichasrenu.
No, by
In
Yerushalayim.
Chabad they put it down right after the third bracha.
By the Yerushalayim.
Yeah.
There's different
What's
yeah.
amen mean? It's true what you say. That's amen.
Yeah.
When I make a bracha,
Yeah.
I'm saying amen. What you said now, it's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
So why not to say it?
Yeah.
But some people don't say it loud enough to hear it. So if you don't say it loud enough,
That's another story. That's said loud, so you hear it. You answer amen. That's it.
There's a whole bunch of harachmans we say, and a Chabad there's a minhag to say harachman yivorech for the Rebbe. Harachman yivorech chesed neinu v'Rebbeinu. Okay, so the question was, so where's the minhag Chabad to say it? The minhag Chabad is to say it before the last harachman, before harachman yivorech has avi moiri balabayis hazeh. Why? Because the Gemara says babasar and Horius that Avedis Aviv, Avedis Rabbi, Kodemis.
Right.
So, why? Because Aviv Mevi to Lidei Chayil Mazeh, and Rabbi Mevi Lechei Chayil Mabo. So that's why, based on that, the minhag Chabad is to say first Rachim Yivorach Hasadeneinu Moreinu V'Rabbeinu, and then Rachim Yivorach Hasavi Moiri Balabayis Hazeh, V'Sim Merosa Balasabayis Hazeh.
You allowed to Moisif?
It's always suffer.
Yeah, but if you don't live with your parents.
And anyway you say it.
I say it. Everybody
Anybody
made
says
me
it.
Baruch
You
Beganei.
say it anyway.
I even learned to say that. I say it.
Moiri de Kazach, there's this was told by Rabbi Feller, and Rabbi Feller said he tried many times to get Rabbi Hecht to come from Chicago to do a Shabbaton. The Rebbe told him to go, so the Rebbe told him to go. He went. He came for Shabbos in the early years. This was 1978, 1979. He came to Rabbi Feller for a Shabbos. Punkt that Shabbos, there was a woman that the shlucha had asked her, not Rabbi Feller, one of the shluchim there. The woman was the wife of the shliach had knew this woman. Her name was Karen. Invited her for Shabbos. Said, no, she has a plan. She's going with 3 friends. They're going somewhere skiing. Last minute, the friends canceled, so she was stuck. She said, okay, she'll come for the Shabbaton. So she came for the Shabbaton. And Rabbi Hecht, Motzei Shabbos, sat down to Fabrein with the oil, give a talk. So Rabbi Hechtes started talking about Ashkoch Protis, Baal Shem Tov, and at the Baal Shem Tov, he used to meet a person, he used to say, "Was gedenkst du? What do you remember?" Friedrich Rebbe says, "Well, what kind of question is this? Was gedenkst du?" Because by the Baal Shem Tov, everything was Ashkoch Protis. If you remember something in your life, it's a story from your childhood, something significant that comes to your mind, the Baal Shem Tov would later explain to the person how this thing that you remember from your childhood is very choshev, and how it connects. No. Just from your own childhood. But why? Aliba de Baal Shem Tov, why do you remember it? Because everything that Yid sees and hears of Hashgacha Protis. He started telling many stories about the Rebbe and about the Friedrich Rebbe, and he said that he says in Chicago after the war we had a Vadat Solov, and we raised $180,000. Ahoin Toyofus, 1947. And he says there was 3 Balabatim, main Balabatim that were involved in this, and we sent them as a delegation to go to Europe and to distribute the money. They went to DP camps. One of the gentlemen, he says probably none of you know him, his name was Sam Broder, Shmuel Broder, and he had a company, his name was Best Food. The name of the company was Best Foods. Probably no one ever heard of it. This woman, all of a sudden, her ears are ringing. It was her Zayda. So he says he went and he came back. It wasn't a chost at all, and he was b'shtoimamus. He was in awe. He said that he met the Lubavitch Chassidim in one of the camps, and there was a kid. You figured, when he asked the kid never went through such a difficult life, the DP camp, what can I get you? He said, "Little boy, what can I get you?" So the kid said, "I want one thing, I want to see the Rebbe. Can you get me to New York?" So he said, "Wow." The Rebbe and the Chassidim were not together for over 20 years. The Rebbe left in 1927. That's in 1947. This kid never saw the Rebbe. He's a little boy. And one thing he wants to see the Rebbe. It was Bishtoimos. So that was it. He finished off talking about the Friedrich Rebbe, the godless of the Friedrich Rebbe, and he said that the Friedrich Rebbe told him once, the Yechidus, that whenever he has a machshava toiva to do something, the Eibishter always makes his mezakeh that it gets done. Amol frier, amol später, but it always gets done. That was it. So then after the talk, he sees that there's a woman crying. So Rabbi Fella says, I think this might be, you might have hit on the right button. This might be her Zayda you were talking about. So he walked over and he said, "Takaza, it was her Zayda." She says, "Yeah, I know. My mother always told me recently that her father was not from the Chassidim, so I was going to Lubavitch." So Rabbi Hecht said, "You don't even know the whole story. I'll tell you now the story." He says, I can't believe it. He says, "Your Zayda came back and he asked me if I could take him to the Friedrich Rebbe. So I organized it. We went.
From Chicago?
Yeah. He came from Chicago. He was a very choshev alabos. He says, even though we didn't see eye to eye on all issues, but he helped on this issue. He helped a lot on the Hatzalah campaign. So I took him to New York, and he had Yechidus. After Yechidus, I was called in by the Friedrich Rebbe. Friedrich Rebbe said that he asked Mr. Broda, "Was mit the Kinder? What's with your children?" And he started to cry. Why? Because he had 6 children, and not one of them stayed with Torah mitzvahs. All of them went off the derech. So the Friedrich Rebbe continued, I promised him that he will have nachas from his grandchildren. Said Rabbi Hecht, when he passed away, he had 18 grandchildren. As far as I know, not one of them was remotely connected to Torah mitzvahs. Karen said that's true. So it gesagt Rabbi Hecht, and now I know why the Rebbe sent me here the Shabbos. Because the Friedrich Rebbe promised your Zayda that he will have Yiddish nachas from the Einiklach.
You're the one.
Yeah, so you're the one. Today this woman is a mother of a big family, a Lubavitcher family. They live in Morristown.
Rabbi,
This was told by the shliach. Shliach is now lives in Kfar Chabad. Actually, shliach was then in Minnesota. Jacobs.
Jacob, the one that writes the story.
Yeah.
Correct.
He wrote-
Karate.
Huh?
The Karate Man.
The Karate Man.
Yeah.
His job is rabbi in the jail.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Rabbi, I think he wrote Sefer Tahara.
Right.
Sefer Nilo, something like that.
Right.
Amazing Sefer, yeah.
He told the story. But Chassidim know that the brocha, they give a brocha, Rachman Yevorach Hasav Moiri, V'sim Moirosi, but before they say Rachman Yevorach, Sadeneinu Mareinu V'Rabbeinu.
Not bad. Melech HaMashiach.
That's why I asked you.
They do. My son-in-law does that. Dafka when he's in my house. That's
Yisrael V'Chad Belud.
no, my other one. The Lamam.
Oh, okay.
Dafka when he's with me, he says that to make sure I hear it.
Huh?
He's pretty nice. He's always like this.
We want you to be real about it. That's
I'll leave her right now.
Let him be just a
there's not a
bus
problem.
Bob and Shab.
Because we,
that's the one married
To Ruchala, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know strong.
What?
I didn't know he's so strong.
No, his father is really brother. He's coming very.
Sif Zayin. Noigin Loimar, B'Shabbos V'Yom Tov, B'Reish Chodesh. You know, I don't know, this is, they say, how does it end up in benching that you say Magdil and Migdal? When you make a mistake. Yeah, when you make a mistake. Silly joke.
What's the difference, Dr.
What's the difference? So first let's learn the din. Noigin Loimar, B'Shabbos V'Yom Tov, B'Reish Chodesh, Migdal. Much because of Shmuel. B'Chel Magdil, much because of Tehillim. Simon, Chodesh V'Shabbos Mikra Kra. That Chodesh and Shabbos, you read it like it's in the Kra, so if you look in the Mefarshim, it's a fascinating thing. There's one kapitel in Tehillim which is later in Shmuel Beis, and we say it in the Haftorah, one of the... When do we say it in Haftorah? This one, Migdal Yishus Malkei, kapitel... When? Shvisha Pesach? It's fascinating. You have one kapitel in Tehillim, and then you have the same thing in Tanakh. Mamish, word for word. The only difference is Migdal and Magdal. That's the only difference. That's it. One word different. Yeah. Shvisha Pesach, Shkoyach. Mamish that way. One difference, that's it. Magdil or Migdal. So the truth is, if you look at the Meforshim, they touch the same thing, but the difference is Magdil means big. Magdil Yeshus Malkoi means that the Eibishter big Yeshuas to Melech HaMashiach. And Migdal is also big. But Migdal, what does the word Migdal mean? Migdal David?
A tower.
It means not stam big, bigger than big.
Shenkite, the Shenkite.
Yeah. So I guess Shabbos during the week we have the smaller bracha,
Magdil.
which is Magdil Yeshus Malka, and Macht Grois. Groisi Yeshuas for sein Melech. He makes Gresser.
Because
Yeah.
Shabbos and Rosh Chodesh, maybe it's Dr. Migdal, makes it bigger, it's higher.
Right. Exactly.
It's more, the more Kedusha, so it's bigger.
Right. More kedusha.
And Rosh Chodesh also more Kedusha than Choyel.
Right. Okay. There's those that have a problem with the Sorachim. What do you say? Peretz is beseder. Yeah, ich mefragt wegen Bashemen und Marachim kann man gewonnen. Schon heftig mein Bericht mal verstehen. Und kois. He says it's a long arichus. He says how could you the bracha finishes by loyal mal yechasreinu. So how could you say so many harachimans and things before you drink the kois of yayin? the Chazal said to make 4th brachas, and after that you say Bari Priya Gofen. Yeah, so V'yesh miyashvin, Given Shenogu Behem, Nasa Kilahim et Teufas HaBracha Ve'enam Cheshuvim Hefsek. Those that answer that this becomes part of the bracha itself. Just like we said before, that Atov HaMeitiv originally was a very short bracha. Baruch Tashem Magenim Malachelem Atov HaMeitiv. Period. Chazal later added, and we added a lot of Arachimans. But it's all an addition to this bracha. It's all one big addition to this bracha, so it's not a hefsek. The base of Oval, my Sifim bracha, the Vies Menam Buddha. The base of Oval, they add a bracha called Shiva. which got to be the day semen shina in test bein all atzmai shmavorach ben achelem shech mimai mavorach mezimem vein khosh meveis avalom gimul atov ze gimul mol shen is going to be talmud elak shmagil amelach atov emrim they say amelach atov and then they say achai atov ameitiv el emes dain emes shefet betzedek lokech nafoshes bemishpat chalat beilom elas bekeretzainai kol drachav mishpat venacht naamai vavoda vachol anach vachol anach hayom loidesloy levorcha igod de pitzas Yisrael hu yevorech hu yigder es a pitza azois lealeinu ma'al ovel zelachaim l'shalom Rabbi, because Hakam is the Alter doesn't bring in the Siddur, and El Yerabba says there's a Tosfos that holds you only say it's Basora, and we don't. By Besa Alva, we don't make a Zimun Basora. So therefore, anyway, the Alter doesn't bring it in the Siddur. If the Alter doesn't bring in the Siddur, it means doesn't. We don't do it.
That's it. Why does Shelo Levayesh Tameh?
No. Because Tosfos holds you need to have a minion to make this bracha. We don't make a zimun.
I know that. I know Sfaradim. Bring a lot of food when